Well, I'm gonna make this live stream tonight. We still have not found. I just need to get the lighting right here. Sorry. Oh, that was too crazy. Well, yeah. Tonight's live stream is going to be about the location for the RTR Europe, and welcome to this. I can see we already have 4 people joining me here. I just need to figure out. Oh, hi George. I'm fine, thank you. How are you? I hope everybody is well and warm. I know here in Denmark it's pretty cold by now, but that's why we need to think about what's going on this summer. The RTR Europe. And as I say, we have not yet found a location for it. And that's a little bit of a, well, I won't say a problem, because there's still 6-7 months before it's going to be, but still I would feel better. But I have an idea, and I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but it's like an emergency idea if we don't find a spot. It's because up along the north coast of Zealand, there are some very nice spots, and there are some very big parking lots near the sea, some very nice places, but all the places are 24-hour places. So my idea was that we could go, start in one spot, stay there 24 hours, drive to the next spot, stay there for 24 hours, and so on. And it would be, how to say, it's not very far between these spots. It's just like, maybe 10-15 kilometers or something like that. So it's not far that we would have to drive, but it's an idea, and I don't know if let's see if anyone agrees with this idea. But it's a possibility if we don't find anything else, if we don't find any other place for the RTR Europe to be so. Well, who is with me here tonight? I see there's 2 people in here. There was George, and who else? Maybe not anyone who want to. And anyway, the ideal thing about the location for the gathering, that would obviously be a field, or a farmer's field or something like that. But then again, a farmer's field in the middle of summer, that's probably not easy to find, because I guess the farmers, they use their fields in that time. So, but I don't know. If anyone have a suggestion, please let me know. The easy choice would go to a campground, but we're not exactly campground people. So it is a little bit difficult. But anyway, okay, 1 viewer. Let's see if we get more views. I am very excited about the gathering. I think it's going to be a great thing, and that we can get together and meet all kinds of different full-time and full-time wannabes, and I'm looking forward to it a lot. Oh, now only one person. So, started out with 4 and now down to 1. But anyway, the reason why I would like to find the location for the RTR already now. Oh yeah, George, yeah. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. George, where are you from? The States or from USA? I think I remember that you are. But yeah, it's not as easy as in America. When they have the RTR in America, they can go to the BLM land or something like that, and we don't have places like that in Denmark, and I don't think there are places like that anywhere in Europe. Well, I guess because the population is quite dense in Europe, so so we don't have big empty areas like the desert in the center of United States. So that's why we need to figure out another way to gather, another way that we can meet up, and that's why I came up with the idea that if we can't find a fixed point, then do the point jumping. I've been at those locations up on the north coast of Zealand several times, and they're nice places and with a lot of room. So there's plenty of room for RVs. And as I say, they are 24-hour spots, so shouldn't be a problem to park overnight. I never had problems any of the places, and very beautiful and along the coastline. So there's plenty of opportunities to put on a swimsuit and jump in the waves if you should have that idea of a good time. I was about to say. But also nice for taking a walk or just sit on a chair and enjoy. That's for sure. And obviously also if we find out where to do it and how to do it, then I would like to make some kind of what do you call it, like people can talk about their experiences, and people can talk about how they solve different kinds of problems and stuff like that. Kind of the way that Bob and his friends, they do at the American RTR, but in a European way. And obviously a lot of talking to each other, and well, maybe someone have something they need help to fix, and well, I'm quite a handyman, so I can fix most things, so we can do that too. That's for sure. And again, if any one of the people who want to come and join the RTR Europe, if any of you have ideas, you're more than welcome to let me know. And also if you have things to say, or if you want to teach someone something, or yeah, whatever. It's open for ideas. After all, it is the first time we're going to do it, and well, we don't know more about how this kind of thing is done than anyone else. So we just kind of have to, yeah, find out how we want to do it, and then see if it's good. Excuse me. Time for water. So, 4 people in here. Who's with me here tonight? Well, today, this morning, afternoon, whatever, evening, depending on where in the world you are. Excuse me. Yeah, here in Denmark it's evening, late evening. So, oh, hi Dave. That's good. I know for sure, David, you're from Europe. So, welcome tonight to this live stream tonight. You just joined. Well, George asked if I know anyone with a large piece of property where we could hold the gathering. And no, I don't really. That's the problem. Because if I did, it wouldn't be a problem. I could just ask that person. But I don't have any friends with big properties. I have thought about the place I had my winter home base back in the beginning, the beginning of the first winter where I did full timing. But the thing is, that big property where I was parked, they have made a big building in the middle of there, so there's not room for a gathering in that spot anymore. So that's kind of too bad, because that would have been ideal. But not anymore. Now there's a big building for trucks and big machinery and stuff like that, so no room in that spot. So no, I am actually clean out of ideas for places, but as I say, it doesn't have to be in Denmark. It could be in Germany, it could be in Holland, or anywhere in Europe, really. It doesn't matter too much in my eyes where it is, more that it's a good spot, as you say, a big piece of property or something like that. Because yeah, we don't have public land like in the States where we could do it. So it is a little more difficult, but yeah, if nothing else works, then we will do the spot jumping, or at least that's my idea. I actually haven't talked to Helena about it. Oh, Dennis is with us as well from the UK. Hi Dennis, and welcome. But yeah, I was hoping that Helena is going to come on tonight, and so she can join our talk about this. But let's see. But yeah, the idea, I don't know if it's any good. Of course, there's some advantages about it, and there's a disadvantages about it. The one day at each spot, but maybe we have to do it that way. If we don't find anywhere else, we can do it. then it has to be in that way. But as I say, yeah, it could be anywhere in Europe. It could. And obviously, I have also thought about one of the spots where I have been boondogging several times. It's a place called Tisvildeleje. It's a very big parking lot with a lot of room. Oh, hi Charles, good to see you too. It's very, very big parking lot right next to the beach. And I have been thinking maybe I should contact the local government who has, how to say, the jurisdiction over this big parking lot. I could contact them and ask if we could do this thing in that parking lot and if we could stay there, let's say 5 days. But I don't know. I think they will reject it. But I could ask, that's for sure. It's a big... well, actually, there are two areas. There's one area where it's tarmac, asphalt. And there's one area where it's gravel. And, well, I would love to... if we could use the gravel area. And as I say, it's right next to the beach, right on the beach. It's a wonderful spot. I recorded some videos. I don't remember, 2 maybe 3 videos in that area. But yeah, right on the beach actually. It's really beautiful. But I don't know if they will let us use it. So, and obviously, I could put some more work into looking for a spot than I actually do at the moment, but I kind of have this thing that I'm looking for a job at the same time, and that does take a lot of my time. But, well, I think the coming weekend, the coming week here, the coming week, I will be looking into these things more. And then Charles say, any job prospects yet? Well, I've applied a lot of jobs, and I've been at a couple of job interviews, but no, nothing really promising yet. I have, I don't know, maybe I've sent out more than 100 applications. But at the same time, I have signed up for some temp agencies. And I am not too worried, to be honest, because if I don't find a normal full-time job, I will just do temp jobs with these temp agencies. And at the same time, I paid every month money to the unemployment thing. So if I don't have a job, I can get money from this. It's like an unemployment insurance that most Danish people have. And that means that if I don't have a job, I will get money from there. So it's not like I'm gonna end up without money. There's just one problem with this unemployment insurance, and that is to get money from there, I need to have a fixed address. But I've found a way to fix that too. There's actually one of my colleagues from work. He told me that I could use his address. So that's problem solved with that one. So I can kind of relax and concentrate about finding a job now. And Boss say, hi Lars, how are you, my friend? I'm fine, Boss. I hope you well too. And then Dennis, what you say? Maybe a bet luck in the new year for a job. Maybe be better luck in the new year for a job. Well, yeah, I hope so too. Let's see. Let's see what happens. I'm just listening because there's a vehicle outside. Oh well, it'll be alright. But anyway, it's just unusual a vehicle stop in this part of the parking lot. But anyway, Charles say you are extremely talented. Any company would be glad to have you as an employee. Well, yeah, I think so too. You know, I hope so. At least I used to say, and I also write when I make my job application, that I can do anything, all kinds of jobs. I know a lot of different. I have a lot of different skills, and if there's something I don't know, I can learn very quickly. So, but let's see what happens. And as I say, if I don't find a fixed job, I'll just do these temp jobs, and you know, I don't have a lot of expenses, so I just need a little bit of money for food and gas and insurance and stuff. So that's okay. And obviously, I have saved up some money, so kind of, you know, safety for a rainy day. You know, so I'll be alright. I'm not too worried actually about the job thing, but it takes a lot of time and takes a lot of energy, and that's taken away from, well, what I would prefer to do with my time, to look for a location for our RTR Europe. And Charles says sometimes the temp jobs are great for your lifestyle, and yeah, you're right, Charles. That is exactly what I'm thinking as well. Being a nomad and being mobile, like I am, the nomadic lifestyle and temp jobs, I can go anywhere and I can go there, and well, basically with our notice, and also so it's I think it could be a good thing, the temp jobs. And then Dennis, you ask how the weather out there. How's the weather out there? Well, it's dry now and not too windy, but it's cold. It's a little bit. I think it's just below freezing actually. And Boss, what do you say? Boss say, Lars, maybe you should write a book telling all your wonderful stories. Sounds like a million seller to me. Well, thank you very much, Boss. And you are actually not the only one telling me to do this. There have been quite a lot of people telling me that I should write a book. And I even met, one day I was fixing the light on the front of the nest, and there was a lady who walked up and started talking to me, and we were talking, and you know how it goes, and all of a sudden we had been standing there talking for an hour, and she asked me if I was a writer, and I said, well, no, not yet at least. And also she say that she thought I should write a book, and she also thought that I should go do these like talks about the lifestyle and stuff like that. You know, when you gather a group of people and they will pay money to listen to the person talk about, well, his book, or talk about his whatever. And she thought I would be great at stuff like that too. So yeah, I don't know. And Bill, hi Bill. Bill say, hi my friend, long time no see. And that's true, Bill. I haven't seen your comments a lot. And it's a long time ago I've been doing a live stream. That's true. And what you say, Charles? Inches of snow on the ground and more coming. About 3 more expected this evening here. Oh, wow. Well, we don't have snow yet, and I don't think we're gonna get any, but let's see. And then Charles say, you would be awesome at giving seminars. What a great idea. Well, yeah. I would and stuff. Why does it say very bad connection? Excuse me. I don't know if I had the streaming was bad for a second. I know. Is it back up now? I hope so. Well, I'm gonna get a mouthful of water while... it's back up. Good. All of a sudden it said very bad connection. I don't know why. Anyway. The yeah. But yeah, the seminars, I think it could be interesting to do. That's true. And actually, this lady, she told me that she was contacted, like she was in contact with some volunteer group, and they sometimes had people come and do seminars. And in the new year, they would need someone, and she asked if she could call me, and I gave her my number. So maybe it's going that way. I don't know. So what do you say? Bill says snow is coming. Well, not here. And Dennis, you say it's very cold here in the northeast of England, but no snow yet. Okay, that's good. We don't like snow. And what do you say, boss? The story you told a while back about your hitching a lift in Australia and the funny people who gave you a ride really made me laugh. Great story. Well, yeah, that is, to be honest, one of my favorite stories. And the fact that it's true is making it even better. It was really incredible. And you know, these kind of experiences, these kind of people, is just like, at first when you meet people like that, you think, does people like that really exist? It's just too incredible. And the more I talk to them and the longer I spent with them, it just got more and more crazy and more unbelievable. And well, it would actually be stuff for a movie. It's just amazing. Charles, bad streaming again. That's let's see if I can do something about it. If I don't know if I... Okay, I hope I'm back on. Okay, I'm back on. Yeah, that's good. I was I have this Wi-Fi device, and sometimes when the connection is bad on that one, I switch to the connection on the phone instead of. And that's what I just did, and I hope the connection on the phone is better than on the Wi-Fi device. Actually, it's before I was using this one here. It's like it's actually a Huawei. Put a SIM card, and then it's got mobile internet, and then it send out Wi-Fi to my devices. But this one's not good anymore, so I'm actually using an old cell phone as a Wi-Fi device. So, well, it could be better. But anyway, so what do you say, Bill? Don't you have any free Wi-Fi spots over there like Starbucks? Well, we do. Obviously, McDonald's always have free Wi-Fi. And there are some other spots as well. But most times to use their Wi-Fi, I would have to go into the place and go into a McDonald's restaurant and do stuff like this. It's not gonna work. Park in the drive-thru. Well, yeah, I could do that, but nah. Generally, when I want to go to McDonald's, I usually have to park somewhere else, because with the Nest on tow, it's just too big for their parking lot, so that's no good. And I don't go to McDonald's that often, though. What is the story you're going to tell today? Charles, you looked at my Instagram or what? If you're referring to my post on Instagram, I am tomorrow. I'm going to post a story time video about some experiences from the hotel where I lived and worked in Norway. I recorded it today, and I need to edit it tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow afternoon or evening my time I will put it up so you can watch it in the States on Sunday. Yeah, on YouTube. So, but as I say, I still need to edit it. It's in the phone right now. So, and actually, this time I found a nice spot for my story time video, for recording it. Last couple of story times were recorded, well, right here. But this time I was outside. I found a nice spot where I could sit and tell the story. So, but let's see. As I say, I will I will edit it tomorrow. So, see how it goes. Well, there's 9 people in on my live stream now. 9 people. I think my record, the most people I've had in one live stream, I think was 12. So let's see if we can beat that, huh? But anyway, how many of the people who are watching this live stream has planned on coming to the RTR Europe? Or not planned on, but is thinking about going to the RTR Europe? How many of you here would like to go? That would be just, if you would write just yeah, I know, Bill. It would be great though if you would come, but I know it's too far. Yeah, Charles, same problem. Too far from the States. It's I was about to say that's the only reason why I didn't go to the van build and why I'm not going to the RTR in States. I would have loved to go to the van build, the enigmatic nomadics van build. That must have been awesome. I would one day I'm gonna do it. That's for sure. And boss, you say it's too far for you as well. Yeah, I know. But yeah, one day, I tell you guys, one day I'm gonna find a way to go to the States and get a vehicle and then go to the van build and the RTR and yeah, that's for sure. That would be so great. That would be so awesome. That's just wow. But well, not the not the next year or this year or anything. It is far. But talking of van, I hope that within the next, what do you say, boss? Boss say come to the UK one day, Lars. Well, I have been thinking about going to England, United Kingdom. It would be a great trip, that's for sure, driving around UK, and also because a lot of my viewers are from the UK, and it could be cool to drive around and meet some of you guys. That would be neat. And as I say, I hope within the next year that I can afford to buy a van. I would like to buy one of these, a minibus, like a panel van, but with windows, like a small bus, and then convert it into a camper van. That would be really neat. And I'm trying to save up money for it, so I hope that it's durable. Because it would be so much easier than dragging the nest around. And the nest is a Volkswagen T. What do you say? Volkswagen T4. You're right, boss. Yeah. I'm not sure I know the model. I'm not very good with cars, actually. I don't know much about them. I know more about motorcycles, but but yeah, something like a Volkswagen or yeah, something like that. There's a lot of different, and I'm kind of, the thing is, because of the tax law in Denmark, it has to be a bus. One of those panel vans, the workers' vans, and you cannot live in those in Denmark. It's not allowed. They drive around with the yellow number plates, and they are work vans and not allowed to sleep in them. To be allowed to sleep in it, it needs to be either registered as a camper van or registered as a normal person transport vehicle, like a bus or a normal car or like that. So that's making it a little more difficult, because I would love to have a panel van, just a normal, white workers van, just discreet but well, that's not gonna happen in Denmark. If I did that and the tax department find out, I would get a ticket so big that I would never be able to afford anything else. So that's not the way to go. But a small bus or something like that, that would be great. But yeah, I would love to do that within the next year or so. I I honestly don't know the rules in Norway. Um, Charles asked me, how about Norway? Can you live in a van there? And I don't know. I don't know. But there's one problem about Norway, and that is that, first of all, food is incredibly expensive in Norway. It's like almost twice the price of what food in Denmark cost. Generally, cost of living in Norway is incredibly expensive. Yeah, Bill, lots of Vikings. Yeah, that's right. Uh, but yeah, Norway is beautiful country and all, but very expensive. Um, and I stayed. Well, Sweden would actually be a good choice. As you know, Helena, my friend, who is also in on the RTR Europe, she's from Sweden. And then Bill asked if I can live on a boat. Well, yeah. In Copenhagen, there are houseboats around the harbor. But the thing is, boats are expensive. And anchoring, when you dock a boat in near the big cities, actually doesn't, well, the bigger the city, the more expensive it is. But even in the small marinas, it's still expensive to have your boat. But yeah, I have thought about that too, living on a boat. But again, it's all about job, because, well, still need to be near the job. Okay, boss. Boss say nice to catch up with you. But work calls, a paramedic life is a tough one. Stay safe, my friend. You stay safe too, boss, and take care. And Bill say boondocks on the water. Yeah, that would be great. I always been attracted to boats. Actually, I always found it interesting. But I guess it's also about the freedom. You know, the whole yeah, can go anywhere you want. I actually subscribed to the Waynes. No, that's not what they call. What they called? What are they called? The American couple who sail around in a catamaran. They just pass through the Panama Canal. I forget. Well, it's gone. What do you say, Bill? Put the nest on a raft. Yeah. Well, I don't think the nest would be good on a raft. It's, but yeah. Okay, Dennis. Have a nice walk with your dog. Don't forget to put a lot of clothes. It's cold outside. And what do you say, Charles? You always get great boondocking spots near the water, Lars. Gone with the Waynes. Yeah, that's exactly the name of the one I was talking about. That it is. Gone with the Waynes. They are wonderful. I love their videos and their experiences, and I would love to do something like that. Sail around the world in a boat would be, oh, I've been dreaming about that from I was, 11, 12-year-old, really. In Denmark, we have this traveler who is called Troels Kløvedal, and he's sailing around the world in a big old ship, a big 3-mast ship, and it's quite old, and it's built in Denmark originally, and he keep it nice, and it's just a wonderful boat. And he's been around the world, I don't know how many times, but it's just, yeah, incredible. And he keeps doing it, and actually now, as far as I remember, he's not well anymore, but his family, his sons, and have taken over and is sailing the boat, and it's just, and he written a lot of books. And when I was a young teenager, I started reading his books about sailing the world, and from then on I was just, yeah, a traveling spirit, really. So yeah, that would be great, sailing the world like that. Maybe one day, if I start writing books and I'm successful and I can make a living from that, well, who knows? Maybe I can travel the world in a boat and write books and do like Gone with the Wains. Have a YouTube channel where I upload videos from the around the world. Dreaming. Dreaming. That would be awesome. That would really be awesome. As I say, I've been dreaming about that from I was 11, 12-year-old. Hey, excuse me. What time is it? Let me have a look. Well, 11:15 in the evening. So it's not even that late. I don't know why I'm all of a sudden getting this tired. But, well. But anyway, the whole idea about this video, actually. Let me know if any of you have suggestions to places where we could have the RTR Europe. But also, let me know what you think about the idea with jumping from spot to spot, a new spot every day. It's only 10-15 kilometers between those spots that I talk about. And Bill being funny again, saying bedtime. Make sure you turn off the live stream. Well, yeah, that would probably be a good idea. Actually, one time I found a live stream on YouTube of someone who live streamed 24 hours. So, also while sleeping. That was kind of a strange thing. So when I found the live stream, the person was sleeping. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. Not. And yours, 5 o'clock where you are. So, try to figure out where that is. That must be the east coast of the United States. Am I right, George? Or at least near the east coast. Yep. Okay. Almost 3 here. Yep. Okay. And then Charles, you say your plan of moving around sounds good, but I think it would depend on the numbers. Well, yeah, you're right about that, Charles. It's like if there's, well, 10 people, it could be done. 10 vehicles driving after each other would be kind of neat. When I was younger, I did a lot of biking, motorbike rallies and stuff like that. And we would always go for a drive together, and it was so awesome when you could drive like 50 or 100 motorcycles just, you know, in a long line. It was an awesome experience, and I think 10 camper vans or travel trailers and whatever in a long line would be kind of awesome as well. Just, you know. And what do you say? Almost 3 here. Time for a nap. Okay, Bill. Yeah, you should go nap. I guess you're an old man, Bill. Well, actually, I don't know. And what do you say, Charles? East Coast also, yeah. And so, someone here. What is the name? Tusha. I think the people at RTRs like to relax and visit. I think the moving all the time means less time to visit. Good point. Well, yeah, that's true. But as I say, the distance between the spots is only like 10-15 kilometers. So it wouldn't take long. It would be like 20 minutes at the new spot. And then that would be it. But you're right. And I also would prefer to find one spot where we could stay the whole week. But, well, maybe it's not possible. I don't know. But yeah, it would be preferable. What do you say? Just 5 ahead of you. Yeah. That does make it easier. Here in Arizona, you have to drive for hours, and your new campsite will still be a lot like the last one. Well, yeah, but that's exactly the thing. In Denmark is small, and there's not very far between the spots. And actually, the spots would be quite different from each other. And I kind of have figured out in my head a plan for what spots to in what order we should take them, and and also what there would be to see, and one of the days would be in Helsingør in North Zealand, and that's where the Hamlet's castle is, and it's really an interesting spot, and I'm sure that could be a great experience for some of the people from the rest of Europe. We could go have a look at that, or we could just hang out in the parking lot. And you say you visited there, there once back in 1979. Okay, so you've been to Denmark. Tusak. Is that the right way to pronounce that name? Tusak. Okay. So you've been to Denmark back in 1979. Was that in connection with the military service in Germany or something? Tunson. Okay. Visiting Denmark. Well, yeah. Not a lot of people from America have been to Denmark, so that's quite neat. But yeah, as I say, there's a lot of different places. And you say, nope, my mother and I took the Grand Tour of Europe. My mother drove and hated all the drivers of Europe, except she loved the Danish drivers. Okay, well, I'm happy to hear that. said they were very safe drivers. Let's see, 79. It was 79, you said, right? Yeah. I don't remember if we actually had speed limits already in 79. I don't think so. But, well, I know for sure that from what my mom and dad told me about about how they were driving when I was a little kid, that doesn't sound safe, but, well, maybe it was worse in the rest of Europe. I don't know. But nowadays, yeah, I believe it's pretty safe. Generally, Denmark is very safe country. It is. We went to Legoland and visited the highest mountain. Yeah, the highest mountain. 365 meters above the sea. That's very tall. In Denmark, and Copenhagen and the Hamlet Castle up north. Yeah. Well, that was the grand tour of Denmark. I see that. Yeah, it's like now you say about the highest mountain. Yeah. Really, nothing in Denmark is big, except the feeling of being Danish. That's big, because everything else in Denmark is small. Oh yeah, our pride of our nation is big. And then you say, I think we expected something a little more rugged. It is a lovely hill. Well, yeah, a hill, and that is exactly what it is, because we don't have mountains in Denmark, except on Bornholm. Bornholm is a small island, actually closer to Sweden than to Denmark. But it is Danish, and it's rock. The rest of Denmark, you could basically dig it. You could take a shovel and dig it all away, you know. It's all soil. No rocks at all. Well, no mountains at least. So, but it's a great country for riding the bicycle. It's not very, not very tall, but a lot of wind. But very popular bicycle nation. And for kayaking, yeah, you're right about that. Kayaking in Denmark is awesome, and especially around the area where I was staying, where I'm staying at the moment, around Roskilde Fjord, because it's shallow. The fjord is pretty shallow most of the time, and also it's shielded pretty well shielded from the wind. You can always find a place where it's shielded from the wind. So a great place for kayaking, and that was. I did a lot of kayaking trips on Roskilde Fjord. And then he asked, how do you handle the winter winds in the nest? Well, I put the heater. But yeah, sometimes it's... I've had, I think, 3 or 4 times where the wind in the spot where I've parked was too hard on it. And it actually blew down through the chimney and blew out my heater. But there's an easy solution to that. Start the car and go somewhere else where it's better shielded, where it's not as much wind. So it's not really a big problem. Usually on windy days I just kind of park in spots where I'm shielded from the wind. So it's not a problem. But and you know, I got my propane heater and it's fine, no problem. Right now it's actually nice and toasty in here. 23 degrees Celsius. So it's nice. But obviously, I would say the biggest problem in the nest is up here, it's very warm. Down on the floor, it's very cold. So that's why I always sit with my feet up on the bed or on the sofa, because the floor is cold. Oh, the noise and the shaking. He says so. The noise and the shaking doesn't bother you. No, but that's the same thing, you know. If it's too much, I find somewhere else to park where it's more shielded, so it doesn't rock too much, you know. But sometimes it does. But no, I sleep very good. Um, I don't have problems sleeping. Even the nest is rocking a little bit and the wind is howling. It doesn't bother me too much, actually. But most times I just find a spot where I'm shielded from the wind, so then it's not a problem. But there have been times where it was pretty hard wind, and there was one time not too long ago where I was getting a little bit worried because the wind was making the nest move quite a bit, but it was okay. I had actually parked so the wind came on the back end of the nest. I always try to park so that the wind get on the front of the nest, because then, well, I guess the car can help keep it down if it gets too crazy. If you have the wind on the side, it could, well, if the wind is hard enough, it could basically put the nest on the side, but I don't think that'll happen. It's not that crazy in Denmark. As I say, Denmark is very safe. It's very rare that we have violent weather. It really is. And we never had twisters. Yeah, we every now and again we do, but they're very small and not dangerous at all. He asked, I came in a bit late. How many people do you think may be able to come to RTR Europe? Well, I don't know. There have been some people who told me that they would like to come, but I have no idea if it's 3 people or 10 people or 20 people. I don't know. But I know that our Facebook group, full-time van, full-time van and RV Living Europe, got almost 90 members now, and well, I would think maybe 10 people, maybe 15. If we get 10 people, I'm happy. That's for sure. Basically, I'm happy if we get 5 people coming. You know, it's the first time, and well, let's see. It's hard to say, but obviously, it's also difficult for people to decide whether they want to go or not, as long as we don't have a location. If we had a location, it would make it easier. But well, let's see. Still trying. Roxanne, welcome to the Roxana. Okay. Nice to see you here. And then my eyes are not very good. That's some very difficult names you got there. What do you say? Isn't it always windy in Denmark? Yes, it is, but not like crazy windy. And Charles, you say, I hope you get many. Well, I hope so too. And Susa, will you have to get permits? Well, that's the thing, and that is if we find a private property where we can have the RTR Europe, we don't need permits. We can just do it. If we have to use public land and we want to stay in one spot, we would for sure need to get a permit. We cannot just do that. If we do the spot to spot, as I talked about in the beginning, I don't think we need a permit, because it's kind of, it's kind of one of these, going between the rules. Because the thing is, you can stay 24 hours, and it's not like they can say everybody here is together. Well, it's single vehicles, so it's there's some more I need to figure out there. And then Roxana asked, what are you going to do on the RTR? Well, yeah, that's the next thing. That's the next thing that we need to find out is, as I say, if in my eyes there can be a little bit of a van build, as also, if someone needs help to fix something, or install something, stuff like that, I'm quite handy, so I can help with that. So obviously there's gonna be something of that kind. And then maybe seminars. I was hoping that we could find a spot where we could have the RTR, and then I would go talk to someone who produce wind turbines, because I have thought about getting a wind turbine for the nest. I do have solar already, but well, in wintertime solar is not worth much in Denmark. Today I was actually running my generator for several hours to charge my battery, and it would be so much better with the wind turbine, because, well, it's always windy in Denmark. So I was thinking about if someone could make a seminar about wind turbines, or maybe, well, who knows, everybody's ideas are great, and maybe someone want to talk about other things. It's kind of open forum. And then Roxana, you say at RTR in the US they have meetings and do some building. Yeah, well, that's exactly my inspiration, and I would like to do stuff like that as well. So that's kind of the idea. And Charles say you could practice giving your seminars. Yeah, that's true. And Charles say you could also tell some of your great stories. Well, yeah, if anyone want to listen, I could. That's true. Maybe around the campfire at night, story time. And Enigmatic Nomadic just had an RTR where they did 85 jobs on vans, buses and RVs. Yeah, that's true, Roxana. I was watching every single video that came out from that, and I'm so impressed with that guy, Jamie. He's just, what a character, what a guy. He's so, I do not even know what words to use. It's just amazing how much he do for other people, and in general the van build that he arranged every year. 85 people did they help, and they actually installed solar and gave away stuff, and it was just, wow, from the goodness of their heart. It's just incredible. Oh well, yeah, someone else had bad eyes. Yeah, you're right. And what do you say? On public land in Arizona, several RTRs have gotten in trouble when too many people showed up and the organizers didn't have a permit. That's true. That's true. I've seen that too. And Joyce, welcome there, Joyce. And then Dave asked, Lars, do you go on Google Hangouts? Well, yeah, actually, I do have Hangouts. I do. And Dave, you can send me a private message on YouTube, and I will give you my Hangout, so we can connect that way. Roxana, I can't wait to see how Jamie does to his boss. Oh, you found me already there. Oh well, I didn't have to give it to you, but that's great. Again, Roxana, I can't wait to see how Jamie does to his boss. Remember karma. Jamie will have good luck. I'm sure he will. He's helped so many people, and he actually, at one period, gave away a bus, a schoolie, to I don't remember her name, but you know, and of course it was not only Jamie, it was donations as well from several different people. But it's just when you think about all the work he put in, both the van build and all the things he do, and he do everything for other people. It's just, yeah. If I was in the States, I would have been at the RTR doing, helping out and doing jobs, that's for sure. I love that idea, and I love the fact that the thing about helping each other like that is just, yeah, it's an amazing. It's exactly the way I want to do. So yeah, if we could have some van builds at RTR Europe, it would be the right thing. And Dave say, do good for someone and good come back to you. And you're right. You are completely right, Dave. That's exactly the way it is. When you, well, what you give is what you get. That's 100% what I believe. It's, yeah, that's the way of it. Yeah, you're right, Roxana. Cheap RV Living is having an RTR in January, I believe it is. And I'm following Bob Wells is his name. Bob Wells, Cheap RV Living. I follow that one too, and that one also. That one he's like the RTR king. It's just the full-time RV king. He's like royalties, really, that guy. I don't think there's anything about full-time RV living or van living that guy he doesn't know. So, yeah. And Joyce asked, if you aren't working in January, will you fly to Arizona for the RTR? I would love to, I tell you, but first of all, I don't have, well, I wouldn't have a vehicle, and going to the RTR without a vehicle, that would be like, how to get there, you know. But yeah, I would love to do it for sure. But I don't think it's gonna happen, unfortunately. And you say, I love the way he had helped create a real community. You're right about that. Bob Wells have made this community who help each other, and it's amazing. It really is. It's made the it's like, because of Bob Wells and cheap RV living, the lifestyle, the full-time RV and van lifestyle has become accepted and has become, as you say, a community. And that is amazing. It really is. It's incredible. And I really, really miss that in Europe. And that is why I want to try, well, Helena and I will try to see if it's possible to make a RTR Europe. Because we need that community. We need to help each other. Roxana, yeah, Bob have bought a new van and built it. Yeah, that's right. I saw that. Yeah. And I hope you can build a similar community in Europe. I sure hope so too. And Roxana, I don't know if you followed Rufus and Doofus, but Chico has passed away. The community is having a memorial at end of January. Yeah, I know. It's I did follow Chico, Rufus and Doofus, and I actually also was communicating with Chico, and it is very sad. He was wow, getting emotional here. He was a wonderful man. He really was. I guess one of the things that really touched me about Chico was the fact that he was always positive. I loved his happy dance and his remember to be happy at the end of all his videos, and yeah, it was just a joy to watch his videos. And he was a very nice guy. As I say, I communicated with him, and it's a big loss for the RV community, that's for sure, and for YouTube. So yeah, I followed Rufus and Doofus. And Charles say a noble quest, yeah. Well, let's see if I succeed with my quest of creating a community in Europe. And Roxana say, I thought he looked like he was getting better. He took care of Rufus by having him adopted. Yeah, the last video I watched with him, with Chico, he was looking a lot better, and he was getting some meat on his bones again, and looking like it was going the right way. So I was really surprised when I saw it was actually on a different channel. Someone wrote in the comments, "Rest in peace, Chico from Rufus and Doofus," and I was like, what? And then I looked into it and went to his Facebook page and found out that he had passed away. And yeah, he had Rufus adopted by. He had taken care of that already before he passed away. So yeah, that's excellent, and I'm sure I'm sure that Rufus is gonna have a great life. And then Roxana say, RTR community is a big responsibility and work. I know. Roxana, yeah, Patrick and RV Dev's channels. Yeah, I watched his videos, but it was actually not. It was not on his channel that I saw it. It was Wanderlust Estate. Wanderlust Estate. One of his videos, someone commented that that Chico had passed away, and then I kind of looked into it. I asked. I asked in the comments about if that was a fact and how that had happened and all, and well, they told me to have a look at Rufus and Doofus Facebook, and so I did, and well, yeah, so very sad. He was a wonderful man who had found. Yeah, who had found the only right way for him to live. But anyway, that's a good thing though. I saw that he had friends surrounding him when he passed away. And Joyce says, so many good people in the nomad community. And yes, you're right about that. And I think one of the reasons for this is that people who live in this way, I don't say it's one kind of people, but it is a special kind of people who live this way. And we are, I think, more at rest with ourselves. We are not stressed out. We are not weighed down by debt and all kinds of bad things. You know, we are at peace with ourselves, and that makes the community really. And also, we know we need to look after each other, and that's why it's so sad that apparently I'm the only one in Denmark. It seems like it. I haven't found anyone else who live this way. So, but anyway, I think I'm about to end this. And before I end this live broadcast, I just want to say that. If you are watching this live broadcast, oh, there you are. Welcome in, Helena. Well, I'm not gonna end it now then. Helena is in the house. I just want to hear if Helena have any news about locations and what you think about my idea. You haven't heard my idea yet, so I'm gonna say it one more time before. I have this idea for the RTR Europe. If we don't find a location that we can use, then along the north coast of Zealand, I've found at least 5 locations where there's room for several RVs, big parking lots, where we can park for 24 hours. And my idea was that we could start one spot, then the next day go to the next spot, the next spot, the next spot, the next spot, and they are within 10 to 15 kilometers away from each other, so it would be like 20-minute drive. Then we are in a new spot, and that way we could do it. It wouldn't be ideal. The ideal would be to find one location, but it would be kind of a solution. Not the best solution, but a solution. I don't know what you think about it, Helena, but you can let us know. unless someone come up with the location. Obviously, that would be the best thing. More water. I say we could start in Tisvildeleje, North Zealand. Tisvildeleje is a small beach community, and there is just outside this small village. There's a very big parking lot right on the beach. Actually, there is one big parking lot with asphalt, and there's also a big area with gravel. And I've boondogged in that spot several times, and it's a good spot. And then what you say, the Faro Bridge, maybe, what is that? The Faro Bridge? Yeah, I asked, where is that also? The Faro Bridge. But anyway, that was the first spot, and then there are several similar areas along the north coast of Zealand, and I believe there would be, I could find 5, maybe 6 different spots, and then we could end up in Helsingør. I have an area there too, where I used to boondog, where there's room for several RVs, and well, it's an idea. But yeah, all along it's Tisvildeleje, Råleje, Hornbæk, and Helsingør, and I'm not sure. Vordingborg. Oh, down there, is there an area down there where it could be? I don't know. I never thought about that area. And Helena say that could work, but we have a lot of time left. But maybe we could decide Denmark and see how many that can make it. Okay. Excuse from the lake. Okay, I will have to look into Faroe. I didn't know that there was an area down there, but I will look into that. That's for sure. But but yeah, Helena, you're right. Maybe we should say we do it in Denmark and then see how many people would join in. You're right. Well, Helena, for sure, we could tomorrow. I don't know if you work tomorrow, Helena, but if you don't, you can contact me and we can have a chat about it. And maybe post something on Facebook about in our Facebook group about that we have decided it's going to be in Denmark, and then see how many wants to join in. And then Dennis, are you back from the walk with the dog? That's good. And it's cold outside. Yeah, I know. It's very cold outside here too. And you say, Fabio, there's a big parking lot. Well, we'll have to look into it and also look into whether it's possible to be to be allowed to use that area. But let's see. And Helena say, I work until Monday morning. Well, okay, we'll find a time. I don't think I work next week at all. I'm not sure. But we'll find time for it. But skjulte from the lake. I will look into that big parking lot down there, and also if it's possible to get permission to have something like this, something like the gathering in that spot. Well, there are every year big bike meetings around the country, so should be possible to find a spot. Must be possible. Simple as that. Just about finding the spot. But yeah, I have the next couple of weeks here. I got time to look into it and maybe even go to some of the places. We were there many times at the farm. Okay, is it a government-owned parking spot, or is it a private parking spot? Or do you know anything about that? The big one there. Not private. No, okay. Well, I will look into it, because obviously if it's a public area, we would need permission. So need to check out. That's something to look into. That's for sure. Yeah, big trucks will go there. Yeah. But the thing is, if we want to stay the same spot a week, we need permission. But yeah, I guess that would be a good place, because it's a nice area. You can empty and take water. Okay, yeah. But is it like a rest area next to the highway, or next to the motorway, next to the freeway? Because that would be kind of noisy then. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, that's good for overnight stops and stuff like that. But a gathering with a lot of RVs for a week, I don't think that would be good, because it's kind of noisy then. So but yeah, that's the thing. So skjulte from the lake. You Danish, I take it. Are you a full-timer, or just weekend? Oh, you're not? Okay. Okay, just look like it with that. A lot of knowledge you had about that area. Okay. But anyway, as I said, I think I'm gonna end this, and okay, 6 months a year. Where are you from? Holland. Oh, okay. Oh, that's great. That's great. I hope you've joined our Facebook group already. The Full-Time Van and RV Living Europe Facebook group. Not yet? Oh, well. Better go have a look then. You are more than welcome in that group, that's for sure. The more the merrier. then you will also know more about our RTR Europe. That's great. But anyway, it's been more than an hour and a half now, so I think I'm gonna end this live broadcast, and obviously we will let everybody know on the Facebook group about where and when. And thank you, Charles. You be safe too. And obviously also I will let you guys know on YouTube. So yeah, see you later, Helena. Take care. Everybody, take care. You too, Dennis. Stay safe and have fun. Okay. Everybody remember, life is good. Enjoy it. Bye bye. You have fun too, Dave. And then how do I... Is it this one?